Hello dear customizators. So interesting thing happened to me. My friend sent me this ad with this crashed Model S Tesla and the price was pretty low, so that got me thinking into buying this car and trying to fix it. The decision was not easy because these kind of cars are pretty rare, so used car parts are pretty hard to find and new car parts are pretty expensive. So I was thinking if this is worth the effort, but the car is dual motor, it does have free supercharging for life, it has free connectivity, premium audio, premium interior, so I thought it could be worth getting it back on the road and still earn some money. And yeah, first thing I need to do is to get to see the car, to inspect it and to see what is the real damage and if it's worth the repair or not. So I called the guy and he told me the car is at the service center and that it is already partially disassembled because they needed to know what is the extent of the damage for the insurance company. Okay, so I arrived here and there's a whole lot of Teslas here. There's one right here and another one here. Wrecked BMW, and probably this one is the one I came to look at. I would just like to point out that at this time I did not know the extent of the damage on the car. Nobody actually did know if the car can even start, is everything working on the car, because after the crash the car was just deposited here and they could not start the car at all or to check if everything was working. So yeah, this is the risk you take when you buy a crash car for a cheaper price. And so my conclusion was that there is a bigger chance that only mechanical components were damaged and the car should start, and I did not see any reason why it should not. The battery was not damaged, only the front suspension components and the front part of the car. So I bought the car and I returned a few days after to pick the car up. Okay, so now we are going to try and start the car. Hopefully it will work and we will be able to lower it down and raise the suspension so we can move it out of here. So the car is not starting, but I know this wire was not connected at all, so the screw is missing. I'm going to try to put this screw in the place here and hopefully the car will start then. Okay, so that works. I charged it a bit with this power supply and now the car opened and I can get in for the first time. And let's see what do we have here. So 205 kilometers, which is good. Let's try to open the sunroof. Open. And it works. Okay, now it's not so hot in here. Yeah, the car is on and I'm so happy because now I know it should work and everything should be fine. I even put the car in drive and it goes into drive normally, so yeah, good news. Okay, now I think the next step should be to lower the car down and try to raise the suspension. Okay, so the car raised and now it should be ready to be towed away. So I'm returning home and Tesla is loaded in the truck. So the final negotiated price for the car was 7,500 euros, and for US watchers, if you're thinking that is expensive, you must know that prices in the US are much lower than Europe prices, and if this car were not crashed it would be around 20 to 25,000 euros during the purchasing of this car. Alright, so the Tesla is here and here's Toto, and yeah, I guess I bought a trailer, an entire trailer with the loading ramp and everything, and it is already a warehouse for now, but for the future use this should be the sim room, and this side of the trailer should be able to open like this. So a huge project for the future, and hopefully I will be able to get it done and I will have multiple simulators here and having everything nice and tidy, ready to roll for any event that might come. Yeah, but it's just a warehouse for now, And honestly, if I didn't bought it, I don't know even where I would put all the parts needed for this build. So I guess it was necessary to do it for the limited space I have in wanting to do a project like this. So yeah, now I have a truck trailer in my yard. So the car was sitting in the yard for a few days and the suspension collapsed again. So the first thing I need to do is to power the car up again. And the way to do it is to first connect the ground connection to the 12-volt battery. And then you need to connect this connector right here to enable the high voltage system. So this connector is just to disable high voltage system in case of emergency and during servicing. And now, hopefully, I should be able to enter the car and it should raise up the suspension. Now it's fully collapsed. This pump and this pump are working constantly trying to circulate water, but there is nothing to circulate because there is not front water cooler. And the compressor should be kicking, hopefully. So now I should be able to raise it when I close the door. Now the compressor works. I press the brake and it should be raised to high. Let's go outside and see. So this is the little compressor for the suspension. It's building pressure. I also have a leak somewhere in the compressor system because now you can hear some air. I need to find where it's going because it's constantly trying to turn on the compressor again because it loses pressure and then there is a possibility this could overheat, so I must not let this compressor to run for too long. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. Okay, I found the leak and it's this hose right here. So it turns out that was just a blow-off valve for the compressor, and this is probably normal, I'm not sure, but after a while it stabilized and it didn't turn on again. So at this time I decided I'm going to pull all the parts out from the trunk and to catalog everything and see what is damaged beyond repair and what can be used again. So after that I can make an Excel spreadsheet to be able to make the list of all the parts that I need to buy. Okay, so this is a quick overview of what I bought. So the good thing, the car came with the charging cable for the home socket and also the charging cable for all other charging stations besides Tesla Supercharger. I got some kind of phone mount here that it destroys the ventilation. I really hate these ones because you obviously end up with destroyed and damaged ventilation. The car has premium connectivity, autopilot 1, it has free supercharging, and yeah, this is the mileage that the car went through, so pretty high mileage for the car. Of course there's a lot of errors now for the car, but basically it says that I might have a damaged tire, so I don't know why would that be, because everything looks fine to me. This wheel, like, look at this. The wheel that had the most damage is the only tire that's not flat. No, actually this one is okay. This one is fine. From the inside it looks pretty bad. Just look at this. The car is very filthy, so first thing I will need to do is to wash everything and then see the interior, how it looks. The display is all bubbly, so probably need to change the display. This display also is bubbly. This is pretty normal thing for the Tesla. I would say the interior is, I don't know, you'll let me know what you think. There's some filth here. It's pretty filthy. The wheel is damaged, you can see, so some reupholstering of the wheel also would probably happen. And yeah, what do we have here? Some perfumes. I got some glasses case, a mop, paper towels, another perfume, hand spray, Okay. What else? Oh, this is good. I have the charge port adapter and bunch of crap here. Yeah, some old glasses, some money also. Yay. Okay, so this door only lowers the window down. Probably the windows needs to be recalibrated, and this door right here only opens when I press it. It does not present the handle, so that does not work, but window is working normally. This is pretty much inside, so not aligned properly. And on this side the handle is not aligned in the other direction, and it also opens the moment I press it. The window is working, and this side, this is probably the only door that are working normally. When I close them all the way, it pushes the window up, and now I can see if it will take this handle in if I wait a bit. So yeah, it took this handle in, and let's see this one. Yeah, and now when I press it, it should present. Yeah, and immediately opens the door. Well, that's a new one. So basically the car drives, and I actually drove it when we went to pick it up. I unfortunately did not have the time to record that, but the truck could not pick it up, and I drove it just a little bit, very slowly, and as you can see, this is torn up completely from the subframe right here, and on this side we have this part that was torn out from the wheel hub, but the car is still movable if you go very slowly. And on this side we have this piece that is completely torn from the wheel hub, and on this side this is okay on the subframe, nothing damaged. And of course I'm going to change everything on the car suspension because I don't want to risk some of the parts being damaged. Even if you don't see it by your eyes, it still could be damaged and pose a risk when you return the car to the road. So these pistons have activated that are raising the hood for pedestrian protection. You can see that this is activated, and it has moved this hinge. It broke this rivet, so I believe I just need to return this rivet, and there should be nothing wrong with this mechanism for the hood, I hope. And then I probably just need a new hood, or this one can be repaired. I will ask some experts if this is repairable, or is it easier to buy the new hood. Also for this right here, it's bent, but maybe it could be repaired. I don't think so, because it's also bent here. So I think this one should be new, possibly the new hood. And this one is also damaged. I should check if this is okay. Doesn't look too good to me. It also looks like this part is stretching out, so possibly this new fender also. So what happened to the car? Basically the car hit a curb, so it deployed only the pedestrian protection system, and the airbags inside the car are not deployed, so that's a good thing. As the car did not had a frontal crash, as it only hit the curb, you can see that everything was pushed like from this position, like up, and then it damaged all the pieces here, but it did not have a front crash, so these crash bars are like brand new, nothing is bent. The front cage is also okay, only this is just a little bent right here. And with this we're going to finish this video. If you want to keep on watching the progress with the Tesla Model S rebuild and getting the car back to the road, make sure to subscribe and of course like this video. Stay customized.